5,
4,
3,
2, 1.
As we're speaking beginning of seasons, Mark, want to talk about the NFL season?
Oh my God.
This will be a fun subject, baby.
This will be fun.
Good subject. So, finally, after a bizarre year, the NFL has finally returned, and their first game is. Yes.
Although I'm wearing a rugby jersey of the Exeter Chiefs, I'm kind of going for like the Kansas City Chiefs just for this game.
Really? I'm going for Houston. Not mostly because Deshaun Watson's on my fantasy team.
This is going to be probably the most interesting one.
A little disclaimer for everyone watching. We've kind of all four of us are in a fantasy league. And
we're in two, as a matter of fact. We have one of our own and then one of Matt's family here.
Yeah. But we're really having fun. We're going to be like, who's going to be the better team? Who's going to have the better players? Who's going to win it?
And then we all, it's like
BFL, Bulldog Fantasy League.
Bulldog Fantasy League.
We own the rights.
Going back to it.
Own the right to that name.
But like now back to the NFL, it's like we have the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs tonight. Guys, I cannot stress it anymore. It's like, how do we think this league is gonna handle itself with the limited audience members?
So here's kind of what I'm thinking with this is that
hold on. I feel really bad.
Sorry,
Mark was gonna bring something up.
I was just gonna say first that just the way that the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs are like going together at once. What I actually heard is that the quarterback for the Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson. Sorry.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun.
I'm sorry.
It's the first episode.
No, he set out an announcement saying we have an opportunity to go into the defending Super Bowl champs home stadium right off the bat and compete with a great team. Now this is going to be quite an interesting because like everyone's saying, all you guys like instantly are saying like, oh, the Texans are going to win. No, the Chiefs are going to win. I mean, can you handle all of this? Like seriously,
guys, they're both good teams. It's like you can't pick. Here's the thing. Listen, Sam, I know I see your surprised reaction, but listen to me. We know how good the Chiefs are, all right? We've seen Patrick Mahomes. He signed a baseball quality contract for 10 years.
Greatest athlete in the world right now.
Greatest athlete, but look at Houston. Do you know how far they made it to last season to make it to the Super Bowl?
But every year, whenever they're in the playoffs, they always fall short. They're
a playoff caliber team. They are playoff
caliber, but they don't have they don't have the number one weapon. They don't have DeAndre Hopkins.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like you can't.
Hopkins who signed
it's a big
the Cardinals.
Your best player, the player that you got close with in the playoffs with, and give him off to the Cardinals, and you're telling me he's not going to be like they're still gonna be like a good team? I don't think so.
They may not make it as far since you mentioned it. I'm not saying they're sucking now with their best wide receiver gone. They may not make it as far. I still see them as good, but it's probably going to be like an 8-8 season. Maybe a 9-7. Maybe 9-7. All right, 10-6.
I mean, this is going to show how this.
Honestly,
The big question actually would be how is one's team's gonna do?
Man.
Yeah.
How are they going to survive?
Mark, you wanna? Mark and Michael,
Mark,
because
Mark.
both of you are Patriots fans.
Mark, take the spotlight.
No, seriously. Since I'm wearing this, I'm like, okay, here we go.
Just go for it.
But no,
go for it, Mark.
Back to
Do it.
Like,
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Make your dreams come true.
All right, Mark, have the spotlight. Take it, baby.
So what I was just like quickly gonna say is like this is like a good example since Tom Brady has now moved over.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
To the Tampa Bay, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Say it.
What?
He already said it. He already said Tampa Bay.
Seriously, this is a good example for like what we said before with Mancini, with him leaving the team, like this is going to show, like, with Tom Brady like gone from the Patriots, like this needs to show like how far this team is going to go in their career, like without their best quarterback. Like this is another example, because since they think that the Patriots, like, they all rely on Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, like just for
Belichick Brady pair.
Yeah, but since Tom Brady is gone, they need to now step it up and show that they can do it without him, to show that they still can be a successful team, like literally without them.
But Mark, it's not just step up. It's like they got to reload. It's like regroup and reload.
They have to rebuild their team for years to come.
It's
not going to happen.
It's like
they're not going to win like their very first. I don't think they're going to win their first.
As a fan myself, I'm going to say as a fan myself, the Patriots will not make it to the Super Bowl.
No, I don't.
Season.
Do you think they'll make it to the playoffs?
They could. They could.
Probably wild card again. Divisional round is a bit bold for me. I think wild card, because here's the thing. Hear me out. So, for those who don't know, who are watching this right now, I mentioned to the guys yesterday that, all right, Tom Brady, he's in Tampa Bay right now. He's got a whole new set of weapons that he considered reliable. That's why he joined the team. But I'm going to ask you guys this again. Do you think Tampa Bay is going to make it to the playoffs?
No.
No,
I don't think so. Because here's why. And I'm gonna I think I'm gonna quote something that you actually told us, Michael. He may have new weapons, but when we break it down, one thing's missing, and that is the chemistry. Again, this is
exactly what I said the other day.
This is a team. This is a team that Tom Brady. This is first ever, like in his 20 plus years of playing with the Pats. This is the first team that he's ever been to. He's ever played for outside the Pats. And honestly, we know the chemistry between Brady and Gronk, but we don't know how he's going to connect with Mike Evans or Chris Godwin.
He can't just rely on Gronk all the time. He was a great weapon in New England. Yeah. He also had Julian Edelman as well. And N'Keal Harry, he was okay. But he has a whole new set. Like I said, the chemistry needs to build up. Here's the thing. You can be great in practice, but once you're on the field with the other team, it's a whole different thing. I'm sure that goes without saying. But if you think about it, it's going to take some time. They're not going to make it as far as we might predict. Like, some will say playoffs, some will say divisional round, some may say even Super Bowl. I think that saying that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to make it to the Super Bowl has got to be one of the most boldest statements I've ever heard from anyone even say at all. It's just unlikely. Yes, Brady, best quarterback probably.
What's more unlikely to hear of who will go to the Super Bowl and win it is either the Cleveland Browns or the New York Giants.
Do not get me started on the Browns. I will give you a rant, guys. Let me let this out. Forget Tampa Bay. Forget the Giants. Forget the Patriots. The Browns have been making their fans suffer since 2003.
They're the cursed team of all sports, not just the NFL, but of all sports and sports in general.
Guys, think NBA.
NBA. More cursed than the Knicks.
Who else shares something like them? The Knicks. I'm a fan of these guys, and they share this. And let me just bring this up. All right. They had the first draft pick not too long ago. Who did they get? Tell me.
Bakerfield.
Mayfield.
Do you realize how many mixed reactions there were when he was picked? 50% said, this is the best pick we had. The other 50% said, what are they thinking? That 50% should have just spoken out a little more and saying, we got to trade this guy before it's too late. No, they stuck with him. And here's the thing. He actually did good, kind of, his first season with them. And they had good runs with Nick Chubb, their running back. And he had pretty good completions with his passes. And then the unthinkable happened. Odell Beckham gets traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. Need I say anything else? But then everyone thought to themselves, the Browns are making it to divisional. I thought this myself. I absolutely thought they were going to make it far. Baker Mayfield seemed to be better than we thought. They got Nick Chubb, probably one of the best running backs, at least in AFC Central. And they had Odell Beckham Jr. Guys, can someone tell me what record the Cleveland Browns had
6-10.
6-10.
6-10.
6-10. I predicted that the Buccaneers would have a 10-6 season. The Browns had a 6-10 season with Odell Beckham Jr., probably one of the best wide receivers. Do you know how much he made with the New York Giants the last time he was with them? If I'm not mistaken, $95 million. $95 million. And he made so much less with Cleveland, and they blew it.
I mean, there's no other explanation.
Man, it's crazy.
The one thing
It's
I will
crazy.
say is that
No
like
other explanation.
it just hurts as a Giants fan when I hear Odell Beckham Jr.
And-
So here's this. I'm kind of predicting something for the Giants. The thing is that I want the Giants to do well, but I can never see them ever do well with Dave Gettleman in the
Ever since 2010. Ever since 2010, Sam, I have to tell you, that was the last season this team was considered good. And
no,
it was also
2012. It was 2012. That was
really.
it.
You really think that was the last year?
No, 2012 was the last time we went to the Super Bowl and beat the Patriots.
I thought that was 2010. I guess I got my math wrong.
So like I said, it's just like
Leave it up to the Giants fans to call me out.
well, okay, so for just me, it's just that like Gettleman. So someone put out on ESPN a ranking thing for like who they think is going to win the Super Bowl, and they put the Giants. I don't know where they put the Giants, but it was not even in the top 10. And it said if the Giants win the Super Bowl, loads of people, including Giants fans, owe Dave Gettleman an apology.
And a huge apology.
And the thing is that I am one of those people where I would go, yes.
He has nothing to be
There's
grateful.
so many bad decisions.
Sam, you're actually willing to do that?
I will give him an apology. If he wins the Super Bowl, I will give him an apology saying, listen,
Guys, we should change the prize of our fantasy football. Instead of the belt, we should have it be that apology for the New York Giants. I'm just saying, like, this would be a big thing for New York fans in general. And